Entitled parent thinks I'm too young to be disabled. I'm a young female with POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. From the outside, I look just like any other woman around my age. However, this has caused many encounters with entitled people when I use accessible seats, bathrooms, parking spots, etc. I was at a shopping mall yesterday with my friends. Everything was going well until I had to use the bathroom and entitled mother arrived with a 5 or 6-year-old child. I use the accessible bathrooms because of dizziness and balance problems. Alright, here we go. I enter the accessible bathroom and entitled mother gives me a dirty look. After I close the door, she starts screaming. "Excuse me. This is a family bathroom. I have a child, and you clearly do not." I responded, "I'm sorry, but this is also an accessible bathroom. I have a disability, and I need to use this bathroom." The entitled mother responds, "A disability? Where is your wheelchair?" I said, "Not everyone with a disability uses a wheelchair. Please stop." The entitled mother yells, "You're too young to be disabled. You're probably faking it to get benefits." I do not receive disability benefits and am fully capable of working. I tried to respond calmly, people of any age or gender can be disabled. And like I said, I need to use this bathroom or else I might faint. The mother said fainting is not a disability. Let us use the bathroom. I am a single parent. She bangs on the door. I don't say anything after that because I realize that there is no point in fighting an entitled parent who probably won't learn anything from my words. I finish up and exit the bathroom. Entitled mother says to her child, "See, that's a person who has no respect for innocent kids like you." I felt bad for the child because they looked really embarrassed and was pulling on their mom's leg. As they entered the bathroom, the child apologized for their mom's behavior. 5-year-old children can still be more mature than their parents. For our next story. A Karen thinks I should let her child hit me. I'm a preschool teacher. Oh, I've got some fun stories. Today, a mom put in a complaint about me. Her kids are twins, 3 years old, and they're an absolute mess. I love all kids, but these two are something else. Their names are incredibly similar. First of all, picture a parent naming their twins Candy and Mandy or Mackenzie and McKinley. So these girls don't know their own names. They both think their name is Mackenzie. They came into my class not potty trained, they barely know any letters and colors and have a low vocabulary even though they have an older sibling, both parents, and a nanny taking care of them. They hit and shove each other, pull each other's hair, and try to stick their fingers in each other's eyes. They have literally stepped on my other kids to get where they're going because they're so used to always having their way. One of them, McKinley, can be cute and I had already made progress with her. She's using the potty by herself now, knows a few colors, and is starting to respond to the correct name. Then there's Mackenzie. This child literally clutches her pearls and looks offended if I ask her to do basic things, like clean up her toys, go potty, or line up for recess. She gets angry if she's told to say please, screams chicken. If she doesn't like her lunch, and says no, while giggling to everything she's told to do. Now I would speak to her entitled mother at pickup about the behavioral issues, but even I softened it and didn't tell her everything this kid does. Karen would insist that all of their behavior was because they speak 2 languages. Sorry, Mackenzie knows exactly what go potty means, she just doesn't like to do it. So last night, she was throwing a bigger fit than usual. I told her she could stand up and walk to the potty or I could carry her, but laying down and kicking her feet wasn't an option. She didn't get up, so I picked her up and took her into the bathroom. I gave her a minute to stand still and calm down, then told her again to use the potty. She immediately slapped me hard in the arm. This was the first time she hit someone other than her twin. I made her go potty and sat her in the library away from the other children cause she was still throwing her tantrum and I didn't want her to hit another kid. I take hitting very seriously, so I told her she needed to sit until she could be nice again or until mommy got there so I could talk to her. Mackenzie kept screaming and stomping, so I left her alone to cool down since my sitting by her was only enraging her more. Cue Karen picking up. She was rushing to get her screaming kids out, so I only had time to tell her that Mackenzie was sitting out of the group because she hit and wasn't being safe. EM asked why she'd hit and I explained it was because she was refusing to go potty again. Karen said, "Mackenzie, no, you need to be nice," and rushed them out. This morning when I arrived, Karen was in my boss's office, throwing a fit and demanding the twins be removed from my room. I wasn't there for the conversation, but my boss called me in later to talk about it. Apparently Karen described last night as the teacher put Mackenzie in timeout for not going potty, which totally was not what happened. I was on the verge of a panic attack all day because I didn't know what was going on or what I had done wrong. My boss was fine with it once I explained, just told me to make sure I'm conscious of how things look to parents when they pick up their kids. The twins were moved to the other preschool class, and at the end of the day I overheard that teacher crying to the manager because Karen had bawled her out over something too. The woman cannot handle her children getting any kind of discipline whatsoever, but unfortunately schools have schedules to keep to and we can't spend 45 minutes waiting for your child to decide to go potty on her own. When she first enrolled them, she asked my co-teacher if we could spoon feed them. They're in preschool. Their classmates speak in full sentences, draw detailed pictures, count to 30, say the entire alphabet, and some can write their names already. I'm so hoping Karen just pulls them out of the school, 'cause if she tries to put them in my class again, I'm not taking them. I'm not going to put my entire class behind because I have 2 children in my class who I'm not allowed to teach.
For our next story. An entitled parent ruins Christmas by stealing my son's Nintendo Switch. It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but for me and my family, it was ruined by my brother's wife, EM, 34. My wife and I have always had a strained relationship with EM due to her tendency to be controlling and demanding, not just with us, but with our entire family. It has caused a lot of tension and discomfort in the past. We had a family Christmas gathering, where we organized a gift exchange for the kids. My 7-year-old son was over the moon when he received a brand new Nintendo Switch as his gift. He was so excited to play it, but EM saw the gift and immediately decided that her child, EK an 8-year-old, deserved the console more than my son, stating that she couldn't afford to buy such an expensive gift for EK during the holiday season. EM proceeded to try and take the Nintendo Switch away from my son, right in front of the Christmas tree, even though it was clearly labeled with my son's name. She was insisting and causing a scene, accusing me of being a bad parent, and because she wasn't able to afford to buy such a nice gift for her son, we should give him one instead. Despite the attempts of other family members to reason with her and make her understand that her actions were wrong, she refused to listen and kept trying to take the gift away from my son. My son began crying and screaming, but she didn't care. This all happened in about the space of 2 minutes before EM stormed off screaming about how everyone hates her and she is better off without us. It was a terrible experience, watching my son's excitement turn into disappointment and tears. The entitled behavior of EM not only ruined the gift opening moment but also the entire Christmas gathering for all of us. Family members expressed their disappointment and disapproval of her actions, but she didn't care and it seemed like all that mattered to her was getting what she wanted, no matter the cost. Her actions only served to further damage the already strained relationship between her and our family, proving that her selfish behavior knows no bounds and that she can't even keep her entitlement in check during the holiday season. Our entire family has completely severed ties with her since Christmas, and despite her trying to reach out to apologize, I can't justify having her as a part of our life anymore. Our relationship was never great to begin with, and to me, this was the final straw. My son will always remember this Christmas as the one where his aunt tried to steal his gift.